everybody, and welcome back to my opera channel. And happy birthday, Mozart! On January 27th, 1756, the greatest musical prodigy was born, Mozart. Throughout Mozart's very, very short lifetime, he wrote no more and no less than 22 operas. Now, that is insane because he only lived till 35. But on the other hand, the only very popular ones that are performed all the time are the ones that he wrote towards the end of his life. But today we'll talk about the 6 must-see vocal works of Mozart. Starting with number 6, La Clemenza di Tito, which takes place in 79 AD. It's very specific because it's based on a historical event that happened when Tito gave clemency to all of his people. This opera was written in 1791 and premiered on September 6th. It has one of the most famous mezzo arias, which is Parto, Parto, and I'm pretty sure everyone has sung it or knows it. So, links down below so you can go check it out and hear it for yourself. At number 5, we have Così, tutte, which is a wonderful story about how to actually find out if your fiance is staying loyal to you. And maybe ask their handmaid to help you out. But basically, it's really entertaining, very recommended, very unrealistic also. I mean, there's so many flaws in that storyline. But we could talk about that in another video. Così tutte actually premiered in 1790 on January 26th, a day before Mozart's birthday. Happy birthday, again. Moving on to number 4. Now, number 4, we're gonna take a break from opera for a second, and we're going to talk about, yes, the Requiem. It is a fantastic piece of vocal music that everyone knows, and especially the Lacrimosa everyone knows because of that last scene in Amadeus, which if you haven't seen the movie Amadeus, based on Mozart's life, link down below to go check it out. The Requiem obviously is based on traditional texts, therefore there is no librettist for it. Comment down below what is your favorite Mozart vocal work. But now we're still moving on because we are in a countdown system here. Number 3, Le Nozze di Figaro. Le Nozze di Figaro is a funny one because it's kind of mocking the whole aristocracy and kind of saying that you're basically your servants, they can trick you really easily. But at the same time, it was commissioned by aristocracy because that's where the money came from, but everything had to get censored before it could be performed or composed. So whatever Mozart got from librettist had already gone through censorship. So it could have looked a lot different, but who knows? And it also has another one of those mezzo roles, which is very famous, and it's Cherubino, and everyone loves him because he's a little boy who talks about his feelings and is very open about them to the woman that he loves and about his erections. Number 2, we have Mozart's Don Giovanni, otherwise known as the Trickster of Seville and the Stone Guest, or Don Juan, but Don Giovanni is Mozart's version of this story. If you would like to know more about the story of Don Giovanni, I made a video about it. It's right there. I have to say, this opera, as much as it's not one of my favorites, is very relevant today, and if you would like to know the story, please go check it out. Lots of characters, all doing their own thing. There's a lot going on in there, and it's very ambiguous. And lastly, technically not a real opera, it's actually a Singspiel, but I am 100% certain you know this opera, and you might even love it, because there's a lot to love. It's very fun. Die Zuberflöte, or the Magic Flute. Mozart's very political opera without being political. Now, Mozart was a Freemason. Well, he was connected to the Freemasons. As childlike and fairy tale-like as the Magic Flute is, which was also written in 1791, which was the year that Mozart passed away. Basically, the Queen of the Night is the dark side and Sarastro is the light side. And basically, the dark side is the old way of thinking, which is like aristocracy and monarchies and the people not really having a choice, you know, unenlightened, darkened. Whereas Sarastro is the enlightenment and the voice of the people and the wondrous thing. And then you have Tamino and Pamina, who have to kind of show us the way to glory, basically. Anyway, yeah, it might look like a children's opera or that it was directed towards children, but it's not. Also, it has fantastic numbers, which will all be linked down below, such as Queen of the Night, Papageno, Papagena. Anyway, that's all folks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and happy birthday, Mozart! Yeah, comment down below what your favorite Mozart opera is, or aria. And I will be here next week with a new video, because I'm here every single Monday. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you can be notified when I make a new video, which is every Monday. Until then, have a great week. Don't forget to drink lots and lots of tea, and go see an opera and let me know what you went to see. Use the hashtag Diva Studies and I will find you. Alright, bye-bye. Bye.